Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's the agents of Beastgrave.
And tonight I'm bringing the Godsworn hunt.
I'm going to be the Despoilers.
Whipping. So, Godsworn hunt again. Everybody says they're poor man's Despoilers, and I'm out to prove that tonight.
Yeah, you've been tweaking your deck. Tweak.
I have. The first game was actually really close, wasn't it? But the second game that we had on Patreon was less so.
Yeah.
And definitely highlighted some deficiencies in the deck. I've gone for something a bit more left field this week. It's almost worthy of Andrew Marlowe, I reckon. Ooh. But you do know what to say. They do call them the GSH, so that is the good sense of humour that you need to play Godsworn Hunt in the current meta. Yeah. I think I said in my deck review, the problem with these guys is no matter what they do, the Despoilers are always going to do it better, I think. So no matter what cards they bring out to make, if they make the Godsworn Hunt a little bit better, they'll make the Despoilers better. There isn't any way around that, and I think that will be proved tonight. But we'll see.
Possibly. I mean, the Despoilers have got the plus side that once two enemies are dead, they all inspire, which, I mean, isn't that easy to do if you're up against Stormcast or something like that? But if you're up against Gits and your Godsworn Hunt, then maybe that's an easier thing to do.
Well, the Godsworn Hunt is just, unless you're playing the Gits, they're probably the most fragile, or skeletons maybe, but it's an easy inspire for you because Godsworn Hunt tend to play fire and forget anyway, don't they?
That is true.
So I think it's going to be carnage, to be honest, because not only that, you get your ritual tokens. Don't forget to use those. You get ritual tokens every time you kill someone, so it's going to be total carnage on my part.
Yeah, I think it's going to get crazy, and it all depends on how some of those attacks go, because we're both rolling a lot of swords all over the place, and that can be very swiggy. I have gone for a little bit of a Marlowe deck as well. I've not gone for a lot of typical cards because I'm trying something out. So I figured,
you better not be playing tomes.
No. No. So I guess we're going to find out who's the worst Despoilers of Godsworn Hunt.
Godsworn Hunt.
We'll see you in the Beastgrave.
Bye.
Hello everybody.
Hello everyone. I'm waving, but you can't see it because once again we're in digital lockdown land.
Boo. Sucks, although it's becoming the new norm, but it still sucks.
It does suck. I was thinking today, actually, it just isn't the same playing in the comfort of my own dining room. I'd much rather be in the garage, which of course would be lovely and warm this evening.
We would be toasty warm, and we wouldn't need heaters or anything.
Lovely and warm. I mean, to be honest, the garage is such a tourist spot. I'm surprised it isn't absolutely jam-packed full of people who've queued for hours in a car to get to it.
How did you do McNuggets?
Well, there are actually some in the freezer out there. There is a freezer out there, and it does have some McNuggets. Well, not McNuggets, obviously, but it does have chicken nuggets in. So, there you go.
There we go. So we're set up. You won the roll, and you picked board first. So you do have three.
I did. I picked. Yeah.
You got the three upgrades, the three objectives on your side. And I've got two over here. I completely fluffed my objective placement up. Should have put one here to stop you putting that lethal in the way, and forgot. So that's stuffed me right up. And then we draw cards.
Not only that, you put this one here, so you couldn't put one there anyway.
Yeah, I know. I thought about putting it next to the lethal hex, and thought I don't want next to a lethal hex. That'd be silly. And then, and then put one next to a lethal hex.
Brilliant.
Never mind. Such is the way. So there we go. That's the setup. You had to get rid of some cards, didn't you?
It was a bit of an agonising decision for me. I had to get rid of some cards. I think I wanted this card here in the objectives. I wanted to try and play it. It's kind of the deck's built around that, and I didn't want to see that go begging. So I have got rid of my power cards. The power cards, they're good power cards to get rid of, and but there are three upgrades. So maybe that's okay, but they're good upgrades. So it's Great Strength, Mischievous Spirit, Hammerbone Spear, Pit Trap, and Sting of the Urgrub. They're all valuable cards for me. 2+1
damage cards. You don't hate to get rid of them. But against me, against this warband, maybe they're not as important.
That's true. If I was playing against Stormcast, I'd probably be feeling the pain more. So
yeah.
But there is a trick to it, and I have got out what I need to get out. So it was possibly the risk was worth it. My card I'm left with this one, and this one is the one everything hinges around, and it's not a bad card. It's a bit of a crazy choice for these guys. Good for some other warbands, but perhaps not these. And that one is obviously a banker. Not telling you what that is, Pete, but it's some sort of risk-taking card. And then these objectives now, I think I got the objectives are pretty good. That one's not so great. Don't mean objectives, sorry. Power cards. That one's a great power card. That one's all right. And then these three are pretty good. So, and this one goes very nicely with this objectively. These two are what you need for it to work. So they've come out together. So that's good.
So I'll show my cards off, and I denied about keeping mine as well, but I had this one in my hand, so I had to. That was a given, so I had to have that one really. This one could be a trick, and this one that's going to be painful. But then my power cards here, as you can see them, they don't really give away the idea of my deck. So I don't know if that means I've just not concentrated on the theme of it too enough, maybe, but we'll see, I guess. So it's time to roll off.
We are going to roll off, Pete. Now I notice here we've got some extra dice and some numbers and things. What are they for?
Yeah, I'm going to try and see if we can count how many times we rolled certain things as we go, and see at the end who had the most crits and did that make a difference.
Are we not counting roll-off? Because we've already not counted a roll-off.
Yeah, I think we'll ignore. Well, I think it's a good point. We did already forget a roll. That's how.
I got two crits and a single assist on that roll-off, so I could count my. I can't remember my third.
Let's add the crits in, because I know I got a crit and I got 2 single assists, so we'll add those in. So we're going to try and keep track of that throughout, but we'll probably forget about.
We're bound to forget when we forget the rules of the game. The rules of things that aren't in the game.
So let's see how we get on. So after you, Robin, you want to roll?
Just see who goes. No, this is to see who places first.
Yeah.
And mine are going to be. Oh, it's in crit and a double.
Crit, 2 hammers and double.
Yeah. Oh, 2 hammers. I forgot I even then to note down the hammers.
Oh, just 2 doubles, a hammer and a sword.
Okay, so I've got 6 models. Aaron, you've got 6 models, haven't you?
You've got, yep.
Yeah, so I suppose I'll place first.
Guess you better put the dog down.
Yeah, I'll put the dog down before you put whatever he's called down.
The sneak. So Gruel's going there. Unsurprisingly, Cautious going there. Into back of field.
Of course she is.
Of course she is.
The standard.
Chilly man.
That's why Sean Connery loves playing the Despoilers.
Because they're called the Despoilers and they have the card Despoilers.
They start with a blood. Oh, no, they don't.
And they have shortcut and survival of the fittest.
But the Godsworn Hunt have shod head claim.
Sure they do.
I'm not going to place.
All of my people need George.
Saber. I'm going to put Jagathra out here.
I've got no idea what I'm doing now.
Which basically just got to the point where we're just using silly accents.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all I can do to mask my ineptitude. Okay, I'm going to put Grashrak Fellhoof there. Grashrak, Angry Goat Man.
Grashrak. So he is your big dude, isn't he?
He's my leader.
He's your leader, but not the one who can one shot any of my fighters.
Not yet, no.
I'm going to put Hello. Yeah. Oh god. It's one of those, I've done exactly what I normally do. It's like, oh, I'm going to put these here. It's like, oh, hang on a minute, they're all crap. Whoever I put in this square here is probably going to die.
Yep. There's Draknar, the big moo himself.
Now I've got 2 fairly good people, and I've got 3 people left. But then they're going to have to be right at the back. I don't really want to be right at the back. So I'm going to risk putting. You
should put Olo right at the back, really, shouldn't you?
Sorry?
You should put Olo right at the back because he's got ranged attack.
Probably should, but then I probably should. I'm going to risk putting. At the risk of giving stuff away, I'm going to put Thedra over here.
I mean, all that gives away is that you're putting Thedra there to me.
I know. I was joking. That actually wasn't what I was going to do. There is something which might give something away. Something.
Cunning. I'm going to put Gnarl here.
Gnarl.
I think he's the one. Yeah, he's the rubbisher one.
Behind the dog.
Rightio. I'm going to put Morgoth Hathor there.
Okay, and I'm going to put Grundon at the back here.
Okay.
Not there. There.
And I'm going to put Ushkor there.
Okay, so which one of the guys have 2 wounds? Of course.
Nearly all of them, I think. They've all got 2 wounds, except Murgoth, Draknar, and Grashrak.
Okay.
So these 3 at the front.
These three.
3 together.
Okay.
So it's time to roll. You finish setting up first. So if I guess you have to roll it anyway to see what kind of dice you get, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So what have I got? Oh, I got nothing. So you've won 2 doubles, a single, and a hammer.
Okay, but you still want me to roll for the dice count?
Yeah. People want to know the stats.
Whoa!
2 crits, 2 hammers.
So I'm up to 5 crits already.
So you've won the game. There's no.
I feel like the crit one needs a separate tally, so that I have to get how many of them are on roll-offs and how many of them are in the battle, because it could lie.
Well, I remember reading a thing a while ago, and people reckon that if one person rolled more than 5 crits overall throughout the game, then the other person, they won.
Right.
And I don't think it mattered whether it was roll-offs, whether it was attacks or whatever. It was just if you rolled 5 crits more than your opponent throughout the game, you won. So.
5 crits more, I see. Yeah, 5 crits more makes it more. So I think you meant 5 crits. Kind of like, well, I've rolled 5 already, but I'm not feeling confident, I have to say.
So it's your turn. It's your choice. You can choose to go first or second.
First or second? I guess I'll go first.
First.
And I'm going to start by sending Grawl into the meat grinder. Well, going 1, 2, 3 to there.
How strange.
I know.
Through a lethal hex, eh?
Through a lethal hex. I think you've got me switched off for copying and pasting again. Oh, it's because I pressed. It's because I'm on Mac. I pressed Alt rather than Control. So Grawl takes a wound and is nearly dead. Oh, I could just use the wound things, I suppose. Let's try using those today. I don't normally use those. Let's try using them. Down to 1 wound. Okay. So Grawl is going to have an attack and probably die.
Here we go.
But I will score calculated risk when the time comes.
Yep.
So it's 2 dice.
Grawl versus Murgoth. Unfortunately, this could one-shot Murgoth. Oh no, Murgoth has...
Kai's got 3 wounds.
Yeah,
I haven't got Pit Trap anymore. But it is a hit.
Single and a sword. Don't forget to add them up. Single and a sword.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, just a double. So that is a wound. And I'm guessing you're going to push him back.
I will push him back, yes.
Push him into the lethal hex.
Yeah.
And then you score...
Calculated risk. And draw a new one. Right. And I'm also going to, in the power step, play Unnatural Truce.
Ooh. So you pick up 2 cards.
Yep.
Want to show those off to the boys and girls? And I pick up 1, 2. Oh, I didn't want that one. Stupid card. Okay.
Well, I played Unnatural Truce. So it's your turn.
That's a good point. So it's my go. I've got nothing to do.
Okay. I'm going to do nothing also.
Okay. It's on to my first go. I think I'm going to go for a fairly easy first move, and I'm going to... I've not had some of the cards out the way I want, so I'm going to move Course the Sneak over here using his ability.
Ooh.
And I'm going to score shortcut as a result of that.
Ooh. Nicely done.
So I'm going to draw my new card. Haha, that's not the card I wanted right now. I do get a glory. That's the main thing. And in my power step, I am not going to do anything right now.
Okay. Right, I'm not going to do anything in the power step either.
Okay, so it's under your second go.
My second go, I'm going to make a charge action with Jagathra. She's going to charge onto the objective.
Okay.
And she's going to chuck her spear at Murgoth there.
Poor old Murgy.
So it's 3 swords, 1 damage. It is a charge. It's +1 damage, but that doesn't actually matter.
No.
Oh, it's a crit.
So I need that crit. So here we go. I need that crit.
Oh yeah! That's roll properly, bloody cheat.
So you can push him back if you want.
Yeah, I think I will push him to there.
Okay. And anything in your power step?
Yes, I'm going to play Nightmare in the Shadows and push him back into the lethal hex.
Ah, nice. So that kills Murgoth. And you get another glory. First blood to you.
First blood. Anything for you?
I do not think I have anything. Oh, yes, sorry, I do, really do, and I shouldn't forget this. Very important. I'm going to put the Amberbone Spear on Gnarl.
Okay. Nothing for me, no.
Okay. I've got nothing else, so on to my second go, and I'm going to charge with Gnarl. 1, 2, 3, 4 here.
Okay.
I have a stab at Olor, I think.
Okay, so you can kill Olo.
Yeah, I'm just thinking whether I go for Shon, because Shon's got 3 wounds, hasn't he?
Shon has 3 wounds. Does the spear do 3 damage?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to go for... Actually, I'm going to go for Shon, because he's your heavier hitter. So I'll have a gamble. So it's the spear, which is 2 hammers. But you will get single assists on this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hammer sword.
I'm a sword, and I'm going to get shield, which is no good.
He rolls dodges, does he?
He rolls dodges until he's inspired.
And I will use...
Just double check, yeah.
And I will use snare. Play this after... during a friendly fight attack that drives him back. And they dead for... Well, not dead. +1 damage. So Sean's dead. I get 2 glory. Throw away the Amberbone Spar.
Okay.
And in my power step, I've got nothing to play right now.
Okie dokie. I've got nothing to play either.
Okay, it's your third go.
Yeah, I'm going to make a charge action with Olo.
Olo?
Exactly. He's going to go... How far does Draknar move? He moves...
Draknar moves 4.
4, okay. I'm going to... Doesn't really matter where I go. I'm going to go here then.
Okay.
With him.
Shooting at Korsh.
He's going to shoot at... No, he's going to shoot at Gnarl, because Gnarl's got 2 wounds, hasn't he?
Yes,
Gnarl's
got 2 wounds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 swords.
Okay.
It's a sword.
Sword and a double.
So you do need... Oh, sword and a double, sorry.
I do need a crit.
Yeah, sword.
Or a short dodge.
Oh!
Charm.
I can't even push you.
No. No pushy.
Okay.
Anything in your power step?
No.
I'm going to put the potion of... do I? No. I've got nothing to do either. So on to my third go. I'm just going to charge with Ushkor to there.
Okay, shooting a Gruul.
Take a pot shot at Gruul, yeah. So Ushkor is just 2 swords and 1 damage. Sword and a hammer.
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking.
1 sword, 1 hammer, so you need a dodge.
Oh. No.
That's a dead doge as well.
Dog as well, yeah. Don't forget you've got ritual rerolls.
Oh, I forgot about those. I've got 3 of them now. Must remember them, as people have been screaming at their monitors for the last 5-10 minutes. You've got rerolls, you idiot! And in my power step, I've got nothing I want to do right now.
I'm going to play Frenzied Search.
Or what are you getting rid of?
Fameway Crystal.
The Fine crystal.
Yeah, so I get 3 cards. Okay, that's better. Right, okay.
I have nothing I want to play right now.
Okay, I'm going to play the Potion of Rage on Grundon.
Okay. Just realised the dog was still on the board, so I'm just going to get rid of him.
That will inspire him.
Grundon is inspired. I have nothing.
Just realised I didn't show those cards off that I picked up.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to play Prize Vendetta on him, and I'm going to choose your man, whatever he's called, Draknar.
Ooh, the big guy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. So what does that do? That means you get a reroll of a dice.
I can re-roll any of the dice, yeah.
And you're cranking out 3 damage at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to put sudden growth on Draknar.
Okay.
Puts him up to 5 wounds, but does slow him down quite a tad.
Yeah. In that case, I'm going to play Marked on. I'm going to play it on Korsh. No, not Korsh.
Gnarl.
Who's that? Oh, I'm going to put that on Gnarl.
So that makes him a
Quarry.
Quarry.
Yeah.
Okay. Your dex trick wouldn't be about using quarries and hunters, would it?
It could be.
Because that's exactly what my deck's all about. That's just weird. How have we both come to that?
So I'm going to play Tracking on Grundon.
Ooh,
I'm going to play Tracking, which is the next fighter gets +1 move, +2 move if they're a hunter, but that gives him +1 move.
Okay. I've got nothing else to play in your power step still.
So my 4th activation, I'm going to make a charge action with Grundon, and I think this is dodgy, but I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. So I've been through 6 different hexes, and I do score cover ground. Which I shall pick up in a minute. And I will make a charge action. I will use the Potion of Rage.
So it's 4 dice?
It's 4 dice, yes, it's 4 hammers. Now, normally when I do... Well, I've got Prize Vendetta, but I'm not using that because you put it on Draknar. I think it's discretion, better space of Valor. And, 2 hammers and a crit.
So, yeah, I can't stop that.
Let me just... It's 1 crit, 2 hammers, and a double assist.
Can't stop that, so that's a dead gnarl.
So he's dead, so I have killed a quarry. Let it be known that I have killed a quarry. I need to pick up a glory for cover ground.
And a glory for killing him.
And a new objective.
Anything in your power step then?
Nothing.
I'm going to put the Potion of Rage on Fellhoof. Back to you.
Okay. I've got nothing. Okay. Jagatha's going to buy it.
Yep. Okay, so my 4th guy, I'm going to charge Grashrak. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And I'll use one of his rerolls. And I'll use the Potion of Rage. So it's 4 dice and 2 damage. Need hammers. Yeah. I can re-roll one of these.
Oh yeah.
3 hammers, and I'll re-roll the single.
Okay.
3 hammers and a single.
So right, I'm due a crit on this defence. You've rolled loads. Oh, it's another shield. I think I've rolled exclusively shields on defence.
You're playing the wrong warband, mate.
Oh, I haven't put them on though, because I'm only on 2 shields. I think I'm forgetting to put them on. I'm going to add a couple on. I reckon I've rolled a shield on every defensive. So she's dead.
And I get a glory for that.
This is the problem with this warband.
Yeah. They fold up in a weak breeze.
Yeah.
Okay. Power step then. I'll put Substance Siphon on Fellhoof.
Okay. Which one's that? What does that do? That makes
that's dodge defense per round.
Yeah. Actually, I should put that on. I should have that card. I never take it, and I always forget about it.
Well, do you take really Spirit Armor instead? Because I think it's one or the other for me.
No, I haven't got that either in this game. In this one, but anyway. So me.
So over to you.
Okay, I'm going to put Tome of Glories on Thedra.
Okay.
And Path to Glory on Grundon.
What's Path to Glory do?
Path to Glory is +1 wounds, +1 dice to attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's quite nice.
Yeah.
And so that's two glory spent, and then I've got nothing else.
Okay. Cool. I've got nothing else to play, so we're on to the end phase then.
Okay, I went first, didn't I?
Yeah.
I've scored solid gains, and I was quite lucky. I drew into keep chopping.
Nice.
So that's 3.
And the rest of your cards?
The rest of the cards are going. Well, I've got no power cards left. I'm going to keep. I've got through all my power cards. I'm going to keep the objective I've got and draw 2 new ones.
Nice.
Well, I'd forgotten that was in there. Tumpity tum, tumpity tum, tumpity tum. I need to think about that.
Okay, so over to me. I've scored Survival of the Fittest, which is the one. I'm going to keep my last 2 cards, because one of them I just want to see if I can score it.
I'm going to get rid of weighted numbers, which is +1 damage to the first attack made by a friendly hunter if they have one or more supporting hunters. No, okay. So we draw 1 objective, 5 power cards. I'll show them off. Okay, I'm not sure this is going to work.
So it's time to roll for the second round, to see who gets to go first. And I get crit 2 hammers and a double.
Oh, nothing much.
2 swords, a single and a double. I think I'm going to go first.
Okie dokie.
For my first activation, I'm just going to move Grashrak back to there.
Interesting.
In the power step, I'm going to play... I'm going to regret this, I think. I'm going to play Unnatural Truth to start with.
Okay, well I've got no cards left, so it's quite a good time to play it.
Have you already used them all?
Yeah.
How?
I threw away 5 at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I've drawn another 4.
Oh, you draw 5 as last round as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. So these are the 2 cards I picked up. And into my over to you and my power step.
I am going to put the amber bone axe on Olor.
Olor. Okay.
Which will inspire him.
Hokey cokey. I'm going to play Hunter's Reflexes on Draknar.
Oh.
Make him a hunter.
Okay.
Back to you.
I've got nothing to do.
Okay, and then I'm going to play Downwind.
What does that do?
Push 1 friendly hunter 1 hex towards an enemy fighter. The enemy fighter is a quarry.
Ooh.
This effect persists until that enemy fighter is taken out of action. So I'm going to pick Grundan, and I'm going to push Draknar 1 towards him.
But he only moves 2, doesn't he?
He does.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you Downwind to remind us that Grundan is a quarry now.
Okay. Okay. Grundan's a quarry.
Back to you.
I am going to play Sitting Target.
Which one's that one again?
It's the first attack action made by a friendly fighter. The next activation has +1 dice and ensnare if there are no move or charge tokens on the target.
Ouch. Okay.
So basically, when I charge Korsh with the Amberbone Axe, in a second, I will get an extra dice.
Yep. I think I fluffed something up with my playing Hunter's Reflexes. I'm not sure I meant to do that.
Oh, okay.
But never mind. Okay, I've got nothing else that I want to play.
Okay, I have nothing else that I want to play at this time either.
It's on to your first activation then. I'm guessing Korsh is getting smashed in the chops.
I'm going to smash Korsh in the chops. I'm going to charge to there on my first activation. I'm going to run out of activations this go. I can feel it coming.
I'm going to play Blindside, which is a reaction. Play
Ooh.
during an attack action before the attack roll. Push one friendly fighter up to 2 hexes, so they are a supporting fighter.
Oh, sneaky.
I'm going to push Draknar 2 to there.
I see what you've done there.
This is why I didn't need to play. I've just realised I didn't need to play Hunter's Reflexes on him, and because of that, I ballsed up something else that I've got. So,
So you're now supporting me, but there's nothing I can do about that.
yeah.
So I'm just going to have to roll these 3 dice with ensnare and hope for the best. So it's 3 hammers with ensnare, but you have got supports, but I have got ensnare. So
Yeah, so I only get supports in this basically.
or hammer.
Hammer, sword, single.
So hammer, sword, single. So you need.
I've only got one. I've got 2 dice because it's chorus. I've realised. Here we go.
Oh, you
Got a crit
git.
again, and a single. Single and a crit.
All the time. It's
So you
very
don't do-
annoying.
Yeah. I had this in an Underworlds online game the other night. It was a little bit.
Okay. There's not much to do. So, farewell, Olo. It was quite because Amber Bone Axe, I would have been useful, but never mind.
Yeah, the double.
I feel like I
glory.
didn't turn some glory over there, so I'll do one.
Why didn't you do one?
Yeah.
So power step.
That's what I was thinking about you, actually.
Anything in your power step?
No.
Okay. I am going to play Confusion. I'm just going to swap these 2 around. Olo and Korsh. Back to you.
I've still got nothing.
Okay. I will put Great Strength on Grashrak.
Okay, that'll work too.
Draknar.
Draknar, yeah.
The big boss.
I've still got nothing.
Okay. So my second go then I'm going to charge with Draknar 1-2 to there. So he's only rolling 2 hammers though. Oh no, it's 3 swords now because he's inspired. I always forget that.
Okay,
He never normally lives to be inspired.
Haha.
So
He lives to be inspired.
crit and a sword and a double.
Can I stop that then?
No, I don't think so. Crit and a sword.
Yeah, okay. That was fun. Right, so he's dead.
I get glory for that, and I score temporary victory.
Oh, you bastard.
It's good that you're not taking it personally though. So 2 glory for that one, and I'll pick up a new card. Oh, I didn't want to do that. This is my new
Got another
card.
turn after this, haven't we?
Yep. In my power step, I've got nothing to do at the minute.
Okay. I'm going to play Challenge Seeker on Thedra. Oh, Thedra's inspired, actually. I've forgotten I put the Tome of Glory on it. That inspired her. So I'm going to play Challenge Seeker on as well. And now I don't know what to do.
I've got nothing, so I pass to your second activation,
Okay.
which is fairly safe. But I was going to say you could draw a power card, but you've
I've got
used them all.
Yeah. Alright, I also need to play Spectral Wings.
Oh, super speedy.
And if you've still got nothing else, I also need to use Inspired Attack.
Nice.
And she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, I've got to count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got to go to more because I can scroll down to gather momentum. Yeah. This isn't going to go horribly well. So it's +1 damage and +2 dice. So it's 4 dice, 4 damage.
So here goes. Here goes
4
nothing.
damage.
Oh,
Did you need hammers?
I did need hammers.
Ah, well, he's dead then.
Well, yeah,
Hammer.
I pushed him into the lethal hex.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't score worthy kill. I've got worthy kill, but I need to do all 5 damage in one go. It doesn't. It's got to be an attack action.
And you don't score your Tomb of Glories either.
No, well, Tomb of Glories is not Tome of Offerings.
Oh, good point. Good point. So Draknar's out of there, which means I doubly wasted my Hunter's Reflexes.
Power step. I have nothing. I have no cards left and no chance to draw any. I've never used up my card so fast in the game.
That was pretty quick. I'm pretty impressed by that. Okay. So on to my third go. Then I've got nothing to play. I'm going to draw a power card. and I'm going to play that. I'm going to put Predatory Instinct, which is this fighter is a hunter, and I can reroll a dice when attacking quarries. I'm going to put that on Fellhoof.
Okay.
So he's a hunter.
Okay.
I've got nothing in the past step. My quarry is dead now because you killed one look at the arm there. The card seems not come out how I wanted. My power has passed, so it's essentially your third activation. My third activation, I'm just going to dump Swift Capture and draw a new objective.
Okay, nothing in your power step then?
No.
So my fourth go, I've got nothing in your power step either, so my fourth go I'm just going to charge with Korsh, the sneak. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Through a lethal hex.
Through a lethal hex.
That's insane.
So he charges to there, he takes a wound. It's 3 hammers and 1 damage. 3 hammers? I wish. Wow, 3 swords.
Is that what you needed?
I needed swords, so you
So
need...
I need a crit. I've only rolled shield so far. Oh, it's a crit! A defensive crit. Oh, just a crit there. At that. Wow.
Finally, a crit defense for you.
Yeah.
But I will score calculated risk.
You cunning bastard.
So I get a glory, and this is my new card. And that's me done. I've got nothing in my power step.
Okay. Well, I've got nothing either. Of my fourth and final turn, I'm going to get rid of a worthy kill, because I think the only way I can score it is if you... Oh no, he's got 4 wounds. I could score that.
Yeah.
It's pretty unlikely though.
Fellhoof does have 4 wounds.
I thought he had 3. Oh, if I know that, I might have charged him. Although I have got rid of Grashrak, so that's probably good. I could. No, I can't kill him now. Oh, bugger.
That's you had to get rid of all your +1 damage cards, didn't you?
Yeah, I possibly. So I definitely can't kill him. I possibly would have charged him instead, but it doesn't really matter. I don't suppose. I'd have got 2 extra glories. I suppose it does matter. But then Grashrak is pretty lethal. So Draknar rather is pretty lethal. So I'm going to get rid of a worthy kill because I definitely can't score that now and draw one of these cards. Oh, fates are not being kind to me today.
There's only 2 glory in it at the minute, though.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's 11 plays 9, so... Okay, so nothing in your power step, so on to the end phase, and I went first. So I scored Bloodshed for 2, which is 3 or more enemy fighters out of action. I scored Solid Gains as well.
Nice.
I've also scored Master of Many Paths.
Ooh, what's that?
Having a fighter who's a leader, a wizard, and a hunter.
Nice.
So I've scored 4 glory.
Is that worth 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figure as Draknar already has 2 bases covered.
So he's the only one who can really score it. We worked that out, didn't we? He's pretty much the only person who can reliably score it.
Yeah, because you need a caster who's a leader, really.
Yeah.
In fact, is there anybody else? I guess there's spellcasty dude, Stormcast, Avron. Yeah, Stormsire, and the Briar Queen, I guess.
Yeah, because they're leaders and spellcasters. Yeah, so I suppose they're not the ones who can
score
it.
Not that many, though.
But then why would you pick it in those warbands? I can see why you might pick it in Despoilers, but...
yeah. But I wanted it just to see if I could, because I was going to be going for a lot of cards that made fighters, quarries, and hunters and stuff.
Yeah, go. Well done.
So I'm going to pick up 3 objectives and 4 power cards. I'm going to keep my last one. Okay.
Well, I just scored Triumphant Hunt.
Which one's that?
If 3 or more enemy fighters are out of action, at least 1 enemy quarry is out of action.
Nice.
I did that. I've killed 3 of you, and 1 of them was a quarry.
That's 2 more glory.
2 more glory, yes. And so I'm not going to score the other 2. I'm basically I'll just have to throw 1 of them away if I don't do what I want to do. So I'm going to risk just taking 1.
And now swear mightily. So it's time. I'll show off cards. I'll show mine off. These are mine. I am confident about 1. I am not confident about the others.
I've only got 3 cards left.
Do you want to show your 3 cards?
Never had that before.
Let's time to roll for the first round. For the third round, rather. 3 hammers and a double.
3 hammers and a double. I got a crit and 2 swords and a hammer.
So you've got to decide now. You want to go first? I mean, caution
I'm going to go
there
first.
for the kill.
I'm going to go first. Yeah, I don't know what to do with him.
You've only got to push him back to kill him as well. He's already taken a wound.
Yeah, well, I've got
the amber bone thing as well.
He's got the amber bone axe, so I kind of want to use that. But I might as well tell you, I've also got branching fate in my hand. So in some ways, the 3 swords is better.
But if you use the well, I don't know. Is it?
Well, the 3 swords will kill him, and I get branching fate, and I pick up this card, which I must pick up. I must pick this card up.
I see.
I will score it if I pick it up.
I see. Okay.
So whatever happens, one of my turns, if I don't.
I guess
score
worst case scenario, if you just use branching, hopefully try and go for branching fate here. You've only got to push him to kill him.
Yeah.
And 3 swords, you've got some good odds there. I mean,
Yeah, 3
cautious rolling
swords
2
is
dodge.
slightly better than 2 hammers.
Yeah, I'm rolling 2 dodge.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 2. I'm going to go for 3 swords.
Okay.
So attacking with the
Olo bow.
whatever it is,
The Olo bow.
the Olo bow. And I haven't got anything else on me. No, he's just got the amber bone axe on him. So, okay, here goes. Come on. I want a crit, a sword, and something else. That's the worst possible crappy roll. Didn't score branching fate. Didn't hit him. Didn't push him back. Olo, you fluffed it.
2 hammers and a single.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry, Pete.
That's right, I'll do it.
I know, but I also forgot. I'm declaring oath of conquest.
I'll let you. You can't score it if they're all dead. It's my thing.
Well, that's the most likely outcome.
Okay, so power step.
Power step. I've got no power cards. No.
I'm going to play Frenzied Search, and I'm going to get rid of Cloaked in Shadows,
Okie doke.
which is the one where you choose a fighter until the end of the activation. They're a quarry, and they can't be chosen when you play gambits.
Oh.
So I'll pick up 3 new cards. These are my new cards. Ho ho ho. Over to you. You haven't got anything to play. Sorry.
No.
I'm going to crash on then. I'm not going to bother keep asking you because it's.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
I'm then going to play Marked, which is choose a fighter in their quarry and it persists
Yeah.
until they're out of action. I'm going to put that on Olo.
Okie dokie.
And then I'm going to play Vile Invaders and push 2 hunters up to 2 hexes.
Wow.
I'll put him there. I'll put him there.
Okay.
I'll push Grashrak 1, 2 to there.
Okie doke.
Still nothing from you, I presume.
Well, I still haven't got any cards.
That's a good point. Sorry about that.
No more have come up from anywhere.
I'm then going to play Nightmare in the Shadows and push Olo 1 there.
Okay.
And then going to put Trophy Belt on Grashrak
Okay.
and the Larval Lance on him.
Oh. Have you got any cow cards left now?
I've got 1 left. I've used everything. And then I'll go on to my first turn, and unsurprisingly, I'm going to charge with Grashrak. 1, 2, 3, 4 over to there.
Okay. Who are you attacking? Olo.
I have a go at Olo.
Okay.
So 3 hammers, and I'm going to use one of my tokens for a reroll. 3 hammers, single double assist, and a reroll. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So 2
Olo
crits and a double.
fluffed his lines and then got splatted.
That could have made a big difference, I think, had he done that. So I get 2 glory.
Okie doke.
1 for killing him and 1 for the trophy belt. And I also score Bestial Cunning, which I should have scored earlier, which is score immediately when you play your 3rd gambit.
Okay.
That's the new card I pick up. And I also score The Beast is Slain, score immediately after a friendly fighter's attack that takes an enemy leader or quarry out of action.
Oh, nice.
Pick my last card up.
Yeah.
So that's another 2 glory.
So how many have you got?
19.
19. I'm not going to win this.
It went suddenly very well for me there.
Mm.
And nothing on my power step now.
Okay, I am going to do nothing in the power step for my third activation.
No, second.
Second activation, goodness, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Oh, to there.
Okie doke. And nothing in your power step?
Nothing in the power step. Still not. No cards have come out from anywhere.
Actually, I'm going to put the Guardian Glaive on Ushgore.
Ow. Okay.
And
That's not too bad. It's not the Lava Lance.
No, it's not the Lava Lance, but it's 2 hammers, 2 damage. I'll have a go at Thedra on my turn.
Okay.
Oh, 2 swords. Sword all.
Sword all. Okay.
And nothing in my power step?
Nothing in the power step. I've got nothing in the power step. Third activation, I'm going to use the Tome of Glories.
Ooh.
To get a glory.
Nice.
Did you put that on?
Nope.
Okay. I thought you were going to, and then one didn't appear. So. Okay.
And power step?
Power step, still nothing.
Okay, nothing for me either. So my third go, I'll have a go at her again with
Okay.
old Ushgore. So 2 hammers, 2 damage. Hey,
Oh.
sword and a single.
Charmed.
And power steps, nothing. Your fourth go?
Nothing. Fourth go, I'm just going to dump Branching Fate and pick up my last objective.
Okay, and no power steps, so I'm to my fourth go, and I'll make a third and final attempt.
Kind of like you to miss this. It will make it close if you miss. If you don't...
Crit hammer.
Is that it then?
That's 2 damage.
Oh, so she's still alive.
Yeah.
If you've got... Okay.
I've got nothing else. I'll just push her back 1.
Okay.
But nothing else, sadly.
Okay.
I needed one of my other attacks to come off so I could 2-shot
Kill.
her, but yeah, I didn't get it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's it. We're on to the end phase.
Yeah, I went first, didn't I?
Yes.
I've actually scored all of my cards.
Nice.
So I've scored Fired Up for 1.
1.
I've scored To the End for another 2.
What's to the end?
To the End is where if you get rid of all your power cards.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Yeah. Amazingly, no, not quite.
That's the one you knew you would score if you picked it up.
If I picked it up, it was the very last card. Yeah, I knew I'd score it, and I got Oath of Conquest for 3. So it's 6 altogether.
Nice.
So I think I'm not even sure if I've caught up.
You're on 18 and I'm on 19. I've scored Opening Gambit for 1. And I've got Triumphant Hunt at the end, which is 3 or more enemy fighters out of action and at least 1 a quarry.
Oh.
Which is for 2.
Oh, that's what I had last turn.
Yeah.
Wow, it was a high scoring game.
Yeah. I think it helps the fact that we both die very easily.
Yeah, you do know I've just realised you had lots of ritual tokens you could have killed Thedra with.
Oh, I forgot about them again. Stupid ritual tokens. Stupid.
I've only just realised, I was thinking, if only you had some sort of rerolls. Oh, you did.
If only you had some kind of Beastman specific reroll you could use. Damn it. So the end score was 22 to 18 there. I'm not sure that this deck would do as well against a harder hitting warband.
If you killed Thedra, I'd have got 3 less. I would have got 4 less because I wouldn't have scored Fired Up either. So, I mean,
I picked up
I'm not sure this deck
near the end as well.
I'm not sure my deck is particularly brilliant either, but the Godsworn Hunt are just rubbish.
I mean, it's hard to find redeeming features about them. But especially now the Despoilers are there. Despoilers are like Godsworn Hunt +1. Yeah,
I mean, you didn't use your rerolls, which is very kind of you.
I'm just so stupid.
But I discussed this in my previous deck review. You've got more reason to carry Temporary Victory because I've only got 5 models who can hold it, whereas you've got all 6.
Yeah,
that makes a difference. And you've got more push cards, although I had to take them out to make sure. The problem with playing to the end is you have to make sure you get through to the bottom of your deck. And so I took out some push cards. But I don't know, they're just so brittle. I mean, it didn't hurt in the beginning of the game. You were crit defending and just, I mean, you don't have to hit very hard, but you were every attack of yours landed and took somebody out. And it's very hard to come back after that.
Then there were 5 people dead at the end of the first round, 3 of yours. And that's just, I mean, you don't get that with Despoilers normally. You just don't get that kind of carnage.
No, I made a mistake. I thought I got muddled up. I thought that your leader had 3 wounds, and possibly I could have charged over here. And with Thedra in game turn 2, and with the dice rolls I had, I could have killed him and scored a worthy kill because she was packing 4 damage. So that was a mistake I made.
Would you have got a worthy kill?
Yeah, because she had inspired attack, so the attack would have been exactly the same.
Oh, I see. You have to kill someone with 4 or more wounds with an attack.
Yeah, and I took Grashrak out for 5, but I didn't. I would have taken out, but obviously it could have been totally different. And you might have rolled a dodge. I can't remember what I rolled. I probably wouldn't have made a difference actually.
Also, I wouldn't have scored the one about having a fighter who is a leader.
But you had substance siphon on you as well, though, didn't you?
So I was rolling 2 dodges instead of a shield.
So he would have been a harder target, but I potentially could have scored that for 2, because if I missed, then it would have been even worse.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be honest, swapping Felhood for Draknar in the grand scheme of things isn't going to make much difference. I might have got a couple more glory, but probably I still would have ended up losing. I would have ended up losing.
I don't know how. It depends, because I'd have scored 1 less for the objective I would have scored. You would have got 1 more glory. So that's a shift of 2. That would have made it much closer already. That would have made 21 to 19.
Yeah, I still think you'd have mopped up, and then other things might. I suppose not much else would have been different. But so I made a small mistake there. But I think, like I say, I could have rolled it.
I mean, she was out the way anyway. You'd have already been over the right-hand side of the board, so you wouldn't have had to worry about, getting in the way of my people.
No.
It's hard to say. I mean, there's only 4 glory in it, 18 to 22. So
yeah. If my Amberbone axe attack had landed.
Yeah, that would have been a different game. Then.
That would be different. But I mean, obviously similar things. Yeah, but that didn't net me any glory, and I missed Branching Fate. But again, that's clutching at straws. I'm sure you had similar things. Even if you'd hit me at the end, you'd have stopped me from scoring. Many much more glory. So it's just one of those things. I mean, I quite enjoy playing the Godsworn Hunt, but I quite enjoy putting that deck together, and it's got some neat synergies in it, but they're just so brittle. So it's kind of like, if you don't score, which you don't always do with aggro, if you don't score, then you die, and then once you die, it gets harder and harder.
Yeah, if you can't get those hits in. So, I mean, stats wise, I don't seem to have recorded any of my dodge or shield rolls, and I don't know if that's because I only ever rolled crits when I was defending, or whether you just kept missing your attacks.
I forgot to record mine at the end. I didn't have very many attacks at the end, though, did I?
No.
I didn't record my defence rolls, actually. Mind you, kept missing, so I didn't need to.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I rolled 9 crits in total.
I actually rolled more than you, but only 1 more. I rolled 10.
You rolled 10, and I rolled 13 hammers, and I didn't need hammers for the most part. I rolled 9 swords.
I rolled 13 hammers. I rolled 7 swords.
And then 9 double assists and 6 single assists for me.
But I rolled 5 crits before the game started.
Yeah, that is true, and I do wonder if you should count crits in your roll. I mean, I guess I don't think for the board that it matters so much, but I think but it could do, I guess, because if you get choice of the board and you can put the objectives in your half, and you want 3 objectives, then that could
I think if you know what you're doing, it can matter.
So it makes no difference for us, you mean?
In this situation, I didn't know what to do, and I was quite happy with the board position. I never quite know with these guys who to put where, because they're all so brittle. So you don't want Grundon to die, but you do need to be able to get into combat. Grawl I tend to use for the calculated risk, but then he just dies, so you're basically giving glory away. I don't have Martyred in this deck, which is perhaps an error.
I think that Martyred might be a useful one, because worst case scenario, if you've got Martyred in there and you've got calculated risk, you could possibly score both in one go. You can get rid of the dog, but you do score 2 glory immediately. Yeah,
you can. The problem with it is that happens almost never, that you get both and the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, true.
And I find with Martyred, especially with these guys, you've when you can hit, you've got to hit. There isn't like, I'll wait a turn. So if you draw Martyred, but you've got Grundon tooled up to go, you've got to go with Grundon, and then Martyred is useless, because hopefully Grundon's going to hit with his 7 dice and 5 damage, and then he's spent. A typical man, and but that's why I took it out. But possibly a mistake, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying you should have Martyred, but I haven't got Martyred in my deck either.
No. Sorry.
I was just saying, I definitely went all in on all the cards. That I think I've got about 3 or possibly 4 cards that make your fighters quarries in one way or another. And I've got 3 cards, I think, that can make fighters hunters. Because only Grashrak and Draknar aren't hunters.
Right.
And they're your 2 heavy hitters. And obviously I want to make Grashrak a hunter to score that objective.
It works well. It works well as a device in that deck. It's not good enough. These guys aren't reliable enough, my guys. But having the one card that does the quarry is worth it because of the missile nature of them. If you've got that card in hand, you kind of know that when you pick your target and you play it, he's going to die. I mean, unless you're unlucky. But generally, when you charge, you're rolling multiple dice and doing heavy damage. So you can pick pretty much whoever you like, and they will die. So it's I think it's not a bad ploy because Triumphant Hunt is two glory, isn't it? Which is not bad.
Yeah.
And it's I forgot what I was going to say. It's getting late. It's 2 glory is good for these guys. You need and it maximises doing what you're doing anyway. And that can be the problem with aggro warbands is that there's not quite enough objectives to actually you want to score glory for doing what you're trying to do. So, which is an obvious thing to say, but you can run out of cards. I think when playing aggro, whereas that's another one. But you do need to have a quarry on the pitch, otherwise you can't do it. You can't rely on somebody playing Survival Instincts because you didn't play Survival Instincts, and you normally do, but you can't rely on that. And then, of course, even if they do play it, you've still got to take that person out, and that can be tricky because they're on guard.
Yeah, I mean that's why I went with quite heavily on making more than one person a quarry because then you can pick the weakest link. You have got multiple options to make someone a quarry. Sorry, my deck's got multiple options to make people quarries, and you've got the Beast is Slain as well, which is a nice surge card. You just got to kill a quarry.
Yeah, is that Despoiler specific?
No, it's just a generic one.
Oh,
it's just score immediately after a friendly hunter's attack takes an enemy.
So that's the thing. I don't have any hunters.
Yeah.
So I can't, and you can't get into making people hunters because I reckon you've really only got one card that you can afford to not be a killing card. That said, I've got 2 speed cards in the deck. I've got the tracking one which gives +1 move and spectral which gives +2 move, but that gives you insurance for gather momentum and cover ground.
True. I mean, I've got 3 cards that can make a fighter a hunter in this deck. I think I've got Predatory Instinct, which gives you that re-roll. I've got there's my other ones. Hunter's Reflexes, which obviously push someone a hex, which is helpful for manoeuvring people around. And I've got another card. I'm sure I have. Where is that card? I thought I had another card which would make people a hunter. Oh, I think it's a ploy.
Yeah.
No. Maybe I just have. Maybe I'm talking rubbish, and I just have the one card to make. Just 2 cards to make people hunters. I've got Marked, which is you can turn someone into a quarry, and there's obviously the one that looks like someone's just farted, which Downwind, which is you can push a hunter 1 hex, and the fight you pick it becomes a quarry. But yeah, I've only got 2 cards to make people hunters, but I've got both. I think there were other options out there, but I've only got 2 of them. But I mean, if you've got the 2 make fighters hunters cards in there, and you've got things like the Beast is Slain and Triumphant Hunt, that sort of maximises your hunters fighting quarries sort of thing. But like you say, you struggle on that because you haven't got any hunters to start with.
Hunters. You're relying on everybody, and everybody's too brittle.
Yeah.
So you can probably rely on making one of your tough fighters a quarry, or not a quarry, a hunter. But if you've got backup, whereas if I make Grundon a quarry, a hunter, and you kill him immediately, then I'm stuffed. Yeah. So and then you think about Hrothgorn, where everybody's a quarry.
Yeah.
You just think, well, the Godsworn Hunt are. No, I mean the Despoilers versus Godsworn Hunt. This was an exciting game with high glory count. If the Godsworn Hunt played Hrothgorn, he'd never level up, and then he would just mince the Godsworn Hunt.
Well, I wonder because if you've got your fire and forget sort of attack approach, you've only got to get a couple of them in on Hrothgorn early, and he could be out of the game because he only rolls shields, and he's only got 6 wounds. So I mean, Sean has cleave when he's inspired, doesn't he?
Yeah,
So,
but he can just shoot them, and that's it.
There is that, and yeah, if you can't get those early attacks in, take him out. Then isn't
and
it
the cat can mince anybody from a long way out as well.
That is true, but
So-
you have got the Noblars you can go for cheap glory.
Yeah, so there is that, I suppose. Well, maybe we should try that. But I kind of don't want to keep playing the Godsworn hunts. see whether
you want to try and win games.
They're not any good.
See, the other thing that highlights how much Despoilers are just Godsworn Hunt +1 is that they've got Bloodshed, which is 3 or more enemy fighters out of action. That's 2 glory.
Right.
They've got Bestial Cunning, which is play 3 ploys, so that's easy mode really. They've got the Triumphant Hunt, which is 3 people dead and one of them has to be a quarry. Well, that's not too hard to pull off if you lean on that a bit. But they've also got Despoilers, which is stand on 3 objectives. So you can put Despoilers and Temporary Victory in the deck, like I've done with this one, and you've got quite a good chance of instant scoring quite a bit of passive glory just by running people onto objectives.
There is a risk with doing that, isn't there? Having both, because I've not that I have much opportunity to double up. The risk being that because I think for the Despoilers, because they're quite combat oriented, it's quite hard. And I found I took Temporary Victory out from the Godsworn Hunt deck from our previous games because it was too hard to manipulate getting on the objectives and killing people.
I think these guys do better at that again as well, because they've got cards like Vile Invaders, which is push 2 friendly fighters, 2 hexes each.
2 hexes is really good, isn't it?
That
yeah,
makes it much
yeah,
easier
they
to
are
get
better.
them
And as I was saying at the top of this discussion, you've got all of your people can hold objectives, whereas the Godsworn Hunt only 5 can. But I mean, did you score both today? I didn't notice you scored.
I picked up Despoilers right at the end. That was one of the last cards I had. I didn't score that.
Right. But I suppose in some ways it's worth having both, because it's kind of like you're likely to score 1, and if you're lucky you might score 2.
Exactly.
So
and on some very rare occasions you have both in your hand at once, and suddenly after a move and a ploy card you've scored 4 glory.
Yeah, I suppose it's because I tend to avoid that now, having 2 of the same objective. Although having said that, I have got Gather Momentum and Cover Ground in here, but I have, because you can have a worthy kill, and then there's another equivalent of a worthy kill which is worth 1 glory. I can't remember what that's called. Yeah. It's called a worthy something else, I think.
That's exactly a worthy something else.
It's not worth having it, because you've got to kill 2 fighters. You potentially have got to kill 2 fighters that have got 4 wounds.
Yeah.
And that is unless you're playing Wormspat or Stormcast, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
And then it's brilliant if you've got them both in hand. But how often do you have two objectives, the exact 2 objectives you want in hand? It doesn't seem to happen that often. So I've only gone for 1.
And you can be lucky with grabbing objectives once, Despoiler and Temporary Victory combined, in that you might get Despoilers, score it, and you might draw Temporary Victory as well. Or if you haven't moved any of the fighters who are on those objectives, and then you end up picking up Temporary Victory later on, you can score that without having to roll dice or anything. You can just pick them up.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. They're a little bit easy to set up often, aren't they? Whereas if basically you've got for worthy kill, I've got to set it up.
Yeah.
It's got to be, the missile has got to be ready and primed, and it's got to be against the character with decent wounds and not too many wounds, because then you can't score it.
It's much
hard
harder
to score.
to balance, I feel. I mean, people will argue that there's lots of distraction cards and stuff around, but if you're going for all the offense stuff, you're not going to have as many distraction cards, are you?
No, and then if you miss, you're screwed. And the thing with distraction cards is, yes, you have them, but it can be really hard to stop for Temporary Victory, because you've got distraction. I had to dump Mischievous Spirit, but you potentially could just have 1 character on a hex, an objective, and through push cards and your next activation get on 3. Well, do you play distraction at that point when there's only 1? When you're only on 1?
Yeah, it's much harder to not see the 2 fighter move.
Yeah, I suppose if you pushed onto 2, would I be thinking, he's going to move onto there? I might, but then it's really, I think it's really hard to stop with distraction.
It's tricky. Because you've got to know when it's coming, haven't you?
Yeah, and it's trickier. It's not so bad for Despoilers against Despoilers, because you probably aren't playing Supremacy. But if you're playing somebody who's got Supremacy and dug in, for example, then you cannot use your distraction on the off chance they're about to score a temporary victory, because so it's tough.
So it'll be interesting to see how game 2 goes, because I think there's some slightly different defence roles. If I was slightly less jammy with my crit defences, you start taking
maybe at the
people
beginning.
out.
I don't know. I think you're going to wipe the floor with me again, because although yes, there's that, you did forget to use your ritual rug tokens again.
True, but I don't think I ever really had that many times when I was missing, if I'm honest.
Only at the end.
Yeah, at the end, yes.
It's 3 times.
Yeah, that is true. Mind you, I double missed on each one, and I only get to re-roll a dice, so it might not mean that much difference.
You still had to have scored twice. Hit her twice to kill her.
Exactly. Yeah. So unlike not completely impossible, but I managed to miss 2 attacks anyway. So yeah.
To the end worked again.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still not sure about it. It's quite a lot of investment, and if it comes out early, it's a big bugger.
If you get it early, you've got to almost say, right, I'm not going to score that, so I'm just going to ignore it and move on.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's nice to have a card like that, because I find sometimes I get 3 objectives and I'm sitting there trying to work out how to score all 3.
Yeah.
I overthink it, fuck something up, or I make a plan that's so tenuous and requires so many things to work for it to happen that it obviously doesn't, and then I don't score anything. Whereas on those occasions where I sit and I think, right, I'm not going to score that, so I'm going to ignore it. I'm just going to go after these ones. Then you've got like 1 or 2 guaranteed wins rather than 3 really chancy rolls which you just fail.
I did have some luck in this game, thinking about it, because I did draw into keep chopping, having made 4 attacks. I scored. I pulled off a Scottish Surge card and drew keep chopping, having just done 4 attacks. If that had come out the next card in, then it would have been much harder.
I think at the end of the first round we were 7 glory apiece or something.
Right.
At the end of the first round or something. So, it wasn't till near the end that it really took off for me. But yeah, dice rolls. Earlier on, I had a lot of crit defense, so I wonder if maybe that would make the difference. Because a lot of your crits that you rolled, I mean, you've rolled 10 crits and I've rolled 9. But if you take out like the 5 or so that you rolled before we even started the game, I did roll about 5 crits more than you almost. So
yeah,
and the rule is if you roll 5 crits more than your opponent, so maybe there's something in that. We'll have to try and keep an eye.
It definitely could have made a difference, because although you would have had less fighters to kill me with, and I don't think it would have made. I think my fighters still would have died. But I think, for example, I did have to use my distraction card to kill somebody. But I wouldn't have to do that. Would I have stopped you from scoring temporary victory? I probably wouldn't have noticed. But it could have been useful.
Yeah, and if I'd have had 1 or 2 less bodies on the field, I might not have been able to go for temporary victory.
True.
The thing, so that in itself can make quite a bit of difference. So I guess we'll find out in game 2 and how the dice treat us.
Yeah, I still think you're going to win, but yeah.
It's good to see you entering it with an open mind and a lot of enthusiasm.
Well, I've played these guys quite a lot, and they're probably not in the best place now.
Yeah.
I can't see me clawing it back. I mean, I could be really lucky and claw it back, but I can't see it happening. And then I'm probably going to retire them, at least until a new set of cards come out.
You can play them again and then go, no, everyone else still does it slightly better.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've said this a few times now. Whatever happens, it's going to boost all the similar warbands up. So Despoilers are going to get better, Rippers will get better, even if the Godsworn won't get better. So it's only going to move. They might be slightly better against objective-based warbands. They're the only difference.
But then Despoilers and they'll get better against objective-based.
Oh, exactly. So it's
But we shall see in round 2 how things go.
Yeah, I mean, if they replace Grawl with some sort of Fedra Plus fighter, then maybe it would be reasonable.
Yeah.
I do sort of wish they'd do that. I know we'll be listening now because this is about half an hour into a digital game, but I do sort of wish they would embrace the idea of extra leader packs or fighter packs that you could swap in.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I think they would make good money on that, and I kind of see why they say they don't revisit things. But I kind of feel like there'd be a whole new sculpt which people would buy and they could sell for Warhammer, the actual proper AOS, and everybody would buy it, especially if they packed it in with some universal cards. Everybody would buy it, and I think it would be win-win. But anyway,
true. But we shall see. So
yeah.
we'll see you guys in the Beastgrave for round 2 soon.
Round 2.
Bye.
I'm tired. I need to go to bed.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.